What's going on, my BL Fujoshis, and welcome back to the Hippie Fujoshi, and it's your favorite host, Jay. And we are definitely going to get into Jinx. Jinx is currently now up to chapter 67. We are in the second season. You know, the season after Mr. Joe showed that ass, okay, and treated Dr. Zen in a certain type of manner where he had to walk away from the job and relocate himself with his granny in her last days, as we are going into Granny's last days, back to her childhood village where he's at this rehabilitation home for her to live comfortably for her last days by the water, and working there, minding his own business, but also we are learning that Dr. Zen is sick, baby. Dr. Zen is sick mentally, which is causing physical harm to himself. He is sleepwalking. He is drinking more than usual. And the fact is, we are come to terms that Dr. Zen is coming to the realization he is about to be officially alone. Once Granny has gone to the Northern Lights and she's done with her time here on Earth, okay, Dr. Zen will officially be alone. And he's going to have to navigate life by himself. And it's something that he is very scared of because he is so used to his granny always being there for him and him always working hard for her. It's like, what is the point of life? He no longer have to, it seems like, a reason for living, as if he's ready to go when Granny goes. So we at a point where Mr. Joe is fighting between his true feelings that he is clearly unaware that he has. Like, he's an idiot. We all know this. And he's just the worst of the worst. And he keeps bringing up this Jinx. And he's wondering why he gets a bad outcome from Dr. Zen. It's like, dude, it's not about the Jinx, and you need to get it together. But we see Mr. Joe in season 2, baby. Mr. Joe has done a few things that we would never expect from Mr. Joe, okay? Baby, when he gets low, when Mr. Joe gets low on and for Dr. Zen, baby, all I'm going to say is season 2, yes, Mr. Joe relatively haven't much changed. He's still the asshole. But we see minor differences that hopefully once we get to the big change of everything, we can just try to like him, because he does too much of the wrong shit. All right. But the focus is Dr. Dan and him coming to terms that he's about to be alone. And in all reality, he's not alone. He has friends. He has made friends, and he has cultivated a life while being with Mr. Evil Ass Mr. Joe. But at this point in his life, since he's losing the one love of his life, which is his granny, he doesn't see the forest beyond the trees, and which is the trees is his granny that he is currently losing. So we see Mr. Joe is putting himself in the forefront of trying to be there for Dr. Dan, as he has made a promise to Granny. And relatively, I feel like Granny has a way of speaking to Mr. Joe, because Mr. Joe never disrespects Granny. It's like he holds her to a higher regard. And I hope we get a level of explanation on why he moves with her like that, because he's always been like that with her since day one. The only difference is, it's like Granny sees something in Mr. Joe and Dr. Dan that they don't see in themselves. And she's playing on that. She wants Mr. Joe to be there for Dr. Dan when she's no longer here. And she wants Mr. Joe to bring Dr. Dan back to Soel, because she's aware that there's something wrong with him, and that the best thing for him is to live his life and learn how to cultivate his life without her there. So, baby, if you are not reading Jinx, this season 2 is up to chapter 67. You need to get into them, because this story is really getting deep. It's really getting good. And trust me, I already know Jinx it's truly a love-hate type of manhwa. I've seen mixed reviews, but baby, it's getting good. It's getting to a point where things are getting real beyond Mr. Joe's stupid shit, okay? Things are really getting real, and we're getting to the point where it's gonna be emotional. It's gonna be heart-wrenching to know what happens to Granny and also what happens to Dr. Dan once everything just happens with Granny. It's crazy. It's like, Ming, what you gonna do? Ming, what you gonna do to us, okay? Guys, you already know, if you like, love, and enjoy our amazing reaction to BL Manhwas, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to know when we upload new videos. Also, guys, check us out on TikTok and on Facebook. We also have a Discord as well, where we're talking about the most crazy, weirdest, and bizarre BL Manhwas, but it's already cultivating, so go check us out on our Discord. Guys, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, be safe in these crazy streets. Laters, my beautiful BL Fujoshis.
If I drown, would you